All right, everybody, welcome to BO Boys for Thursday, October 23rd. Fuck it, it's a raw feed. We're doing it live. I'm Clayton.
Yeah, I'm Pat. So, Clayton, right before we got on air, you were stressing out about remembering the date, and you did it. You nailed it. So, good for you. That is the date. And
There was a bit of a stumble
a
at the
bit, there was a bit
beginning.
of, it was a bit of a stumble.
Yeah, I
I
wanted
did.
to run to the date, so I ran those words together at the beginning, sort of like how a wide receiver will start running before they catch the football.
Yeah.
That's sort of what I did with the intro.
Yeah, and this was a situation where that wide receiver tripped over his own feet and ended up breaking his neck. But, I wasn't going to call you on it, but I am glad you did it because the listeners definitely heard that bit of a stumble there. So, will there be a bit of a stumble at the box office this weekend? I think we got a movie we're going to talk about that's going to be a little bit of a stumble.
Okay.
And the listeners, I think, could guess what that movie is going to be. We have some big new movies coming out this weekend, but I say before we start talking about the weekend preview, the new movies coming out, we got to get to the big Hollywood news that's happening. Clayton, Warner Brothers Discovery has announced it is up for sale.
Yep. Zaslav went out into the lawn,
Yep.
pounded the sign
Yeah.
down into the ground.
Yep. Into the studio lot.
For sale.
He just took a big sign. He just slammed into the top of Bugs Bunny's head.
Yeah.
And just blood spurted.
Oh, he already
out.
sold Bugs Bunny. They're already sold, right? Aren't they? Doesn't
Ketchup Entertainment? Yeah. So is that what he's going to do? Okay, do you think...
Is he going to sell it for parts?
Yeah. Well, I guess he kind of is. So Warner Brothers is splitting in half in the sense that on one side you've got the good stuff. You've got the studio. You've got the lot. You've got Bugs Bunny's head. The stuff that people care about. The IP. Batman's on this side. Joker. They're all on the good side.
Yeah, the Joker's a little bit closer to the bad side than he used to be, though.
Yeah,
but he's still a strong IP.
Yeah, so one movie does not put you on the side with the cable networks.
Yeah.
That's the side.
Dr. Pimple Popper.
Dr. Pimple Popper, True TV. You don't want to be on the side where True TV exists. Is True TV still exist, or they rebrand that in the last? I think it's still True TV.
I think it is. I think it's just all.
Did they go back to it
Jokers.
being Court TV? That's the big move before they sell it. Is you got to bring it back to being Court TV.
Yeah.
Reboot that OJ trial.
Maybe the Impractical Jokers will have they will all become judges. Like it'll be the four of them.
Yes.
It'll be called like Impractical Court.
Yeah. Although I think half of the cast is before a judge at this point. The Impractical Jokers. They've had some issues.
True.
So they might be. Yeah. If the Impractical Jokers are told that Warner Brothers is changing True TV to Court TV, that's terrifying for half of them.
Are they doing it because of that? Are they like, well, we got to cover these trials?
Yeah.
Because all we play is Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
But there's just so many trials.
Yeah.
We just have to
go to Court TV.
Go to Court TV.
So there's that side. So that we don't talk about. We're not the basic cable network boys, huh? But the good side is what we care about. And HBO Max, I think that's on the good side with the studio, with the lot. Bugs Bunny's head, the Joker. So, as far as our listeners are concerned, where is Warner Brothers Pictures going to go? That is the mystery now. And initially, Paramount was the big front runner.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they made a big offer. And David Zaslav said no.
Not big enough.
Not big enough. He said, not enough. I'm still going to put the sign on the front lawn, slam into Bugs Bunny's skull.
Yeah.
So, right off the bat, what's your prediction? Let's start off hot. Hot take.
Well,
where is Warner Brothers going?
I mean, wasn't there a rumor about Netflix? Or it's always the rumor that Netflix is going to buy anything.
Yeah.
Anytime a streamer sort of goes up for sale, or a company, studio, whatever, it's like Netflix is going to buy. Yeah. So it's funny because I'm just trying to think of the worst case scenario.
That's the one. Netflix is the worst case scenario.
They're all sort of worst case. I mean, the fact that it's up for sale is a worst case scenario just in general, because the fact that it destroys competition. It's one of the major studios that's now going to be under the aegis.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Of another company that makes the same stuff.
Yeah.
Is bad.
The best situation, I guess, is that it's able to be owned independently or bought by something that's not also making movies.
Yeah.
That there was just like Ford Motor Company bought Warner Brothers.
So you're saying the Saudis should buy?
I'm not saying that although the Joker being part of next year's Riyadh Comedy Festival alongside Bill Burr would make sense.
You mean Arthur? Arthur Fleck.
Yeah, Arthur Fleck, Bill Burr, double bill headlining next year's Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Would people be mad if Arthur Fleck did the Riyadh Comedy Festival, or would it be along the lines of their character? That's maybe the only comic that it's okay to do that.
Yes, because he's never been. I think Arthur.
He shot somebody on TV.
Yes. So that would be his closing act at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. So, I guess there's always the Saudis buying Warner Brothers, which I guess is an option that could happen.
It's absolutely not out of the realm.
Yeah.
Because they bought EA Sports.
Yeah. The
video game, and we're not the
gaming boys. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're so not that we never even gave any thought to what our name would be if we were a gaming podcast.
Yeah. Though of course,
8-bit boys.
Though of course, we love gamers. Gamers are a huge part of the box office audience. Gamers keep going.
I don't have to love them, but I can respect their right to exist.
Yeah, and that's what we do. But we're not the EA Sports coverage boys, huh? But the Saudis did buy that. They could buy Warner Brothers. And then that means Batman is owned by the Saudis. It could happen.
Mm-hmm.
So is that the worst case scenario, or I still think it's Netflix?
It's weird that but it is. Between the Saudis and Netflix is the worst case scenario. Yes,
because here's the thing, and we don't want the Saudis to buy Warner Brothers. But I hate having to say the but.
It's 1A and 1B. It's 1A and 1B.
Yeah, because the thing that Netflix would do that's worse is they would not put Warner Brothers movies in theaters.
Yes. So the follow-up to Sinners that Ryan Coogler directs would drop on Netflix. Follow-up.
I'm not feeling great right now.
Okay. You don't sound great.
But just you saying that makes me so sick. Like, and again, I'm not feeling my best. But when you said Sinners 2 is going to drop on Netflix, Sinners is going to drop on Netflix.
Well, not even Sinners 2. It could be something else, even more like his next idea, his next original film will be on Netflix.
Well, I mean, just the idea that Sinners 2 wouldn't be a theatrical movie. Sinners 2 would be Sinners Season 2 Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
3 episodes will drop in a batch next Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like it's Stranger Things. And that is where we're headed. Batman, you would never have another Batman theatrical movie again.
No.
You would have Batman batches of episodes on Netflix. If Netflix is the worst option.
Yes. Their worst case scenario.
Option. Yeah. It's worse than, because even if a murderous government bought Warner Brothers, they would release the movies in movie theaters.
Yeah, because they wouldn't have any other form to release them in.
Right.
Right.
Now
the contents of those movies and what are in those movies
would be bad.
That would be bad.
Yeah, but they would be theatrical.
But they'd be theatrical.
Yeah. Right. They would become propaganda, but they would still get 3,000 screens released, and they would help keep AMC in business.
Yes.
Yeah, Netflix is the nightmare scenario, and it's probably one of the most likely scenarios. Because it's either going to be Netflix, Paramount, Comcast. Those would all be bad.
Yeah.
So what are the good scenarios? Apple and Amazon. Are we looking for
Amazon already has
evil supervillain Jeff Bezos to come
Yeah.
to the rescue here?
Apple already has MGM.
No, that's Amazon.
I'm sorry.
Apple owns no
Yes,
other
I know that. I'm sorry. I misspoke.
catalog.
Amazon owns MGM.
Yeah.
And they have been very good at allowing MGM to release movies in the theater.
Yeah. Project Hail Mary coming this spring. Going to be huge.
But here's the thing. Amazon buys Warner Brothers. There was already talk with the Bond movies of his wife being a Bond girl.
Of Bezos' wife, yeah. And Bezos playing James Bond himself.
There
is talk about that.
If he buys Warner Brothers, is he also playing Batman? And is she Catwoman?
Yeah.
Because that is a possibility. That's a possibility, is that he will then be, well, I guess I can play Superman too.
Right.
So
it's Batman v Superman, and Bezos is playing both parts. Yeah. So what is worse? You have Amazon buys Warner Brothers, and Jeff Bezos casts himself as Batman, and the Batman villain is the Joker, whose whole thing is, I'm going to allow workers to take bathroom breaks. That's the Joker's big plot in the Amazon, owned version of Batman. The Joker gets breaks for their workers, and that's why he's evil. So you've got that version. The Saudis buy Warner Brothers, and their Batman movie is Saudi Prince as Batman, and why, everything that government does is correct. That's that version. Or Netflix buys Batman. They cast, I don't know, Austin Butler, huge star, but the movie drops on Netflix and never gets a theatrical release. What is the worst of those scenarios?
Okay. Let me keep these track in my mind.
Yeah.
Netflix number one worst scenario.
It's the worst one. Even though Austin Butler, a big movie star, is playing Batman.
And then Millie Bobby Brown would play, Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
That's worst case.
That's worst case because it's not theatrical.
And then second is the Saudis.
Is second worst. Yeah.
And then third is Bezos, because
so Bezos, that's the best case.
Yeah, because the thing is, okay, I've seen enough Batman movies for the rest of my life, so I don't need it. I don't care who the new Batman is.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
Also, he's a supervillain, but he's an American supervillain. He's our supervillain.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not saying it's a good case scenario for him to be owning Warner Brothers, one of the most venerated studios in history, but I'm hoping for it.
It's and
now at this point.
What about Apple? Because obviously, Apple is evil too. You can't be that big without being evil.
But they don't need to do any. The thing with Apple is they have so much money that it's sort of a laugh and a lark. The Apple TV and the movies they put out.
They're doing it for a laugh. Yeah.
But so buying Warner Brothers would just, I think for them, it'd be adding that catalog and that service to their streaming service.
Right.
So you'd have all the old Warner Brothers movies on there. It'd be, Apple TV plus Warner Brothers.
Plus HBO.
Yeah.
Well, they'd have HBO. And again, we're not the Streamo Boys, but they would have the Larry Sanders Show. They'd have The Sopranos.
Yeah.
They'd have Arliss. They'd have the big prestige historical shows.
Yeah. They'd have Sopranos.
Yeah.
So in that case, yeah.
And like that, they would own and just like that.
As long as I can still watch that somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. Not the Sex and the City, which is actually just a prequel for And Just Like That.
Yeah,
That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
prequel and then the actual series.
Which you have to get through to get to.
You just have to gut through it.
Yeah.
But I do think that they would be more likely to say, Warner Brothers, just keep doing what you're doing theatrically because you've already got this system in place and whatever.
Yeah. So you think if it's
Tim
Apple...
Cook is going to just add another lens on the back of a phone and sell it for like billions of dollars.
Yeah.
People are going to spend billions of dollars altogether to buy this phone that just has one little thing added to it.
Yeah.
So
his main thing is to make sure that the batteries can't last more than a year and a half.
Yeah.
That's his whole job. Could this battery last 3 years? No.
No.
Okay, great. As long as it can't last 3 years.
Add another little thing on the back.
Yeah.
And so that's fine. That's how they make their money. So they might allow Warner Brothers more autonomy.
Yeah. So Apple, Amazon, those are only hopes for Warner Brothers. Because if it goes to Paramount, you're taking two studios and you're mashing them together. Yeah. And basically the only thing that Warner Brothers Paramount studio would release every year are a Batman movie, a Sonic movie. You'd get the same thing you got with Disney and Fox, where Fox pretty much goes away and they just mine the IPs. If it's a Netflix, it's all streamo releases.
Yeah.
And it's Batman's got to fight the 80-year-old kids from Stranger Things.
And this definitive, and we knew Warner Brothers was probably going to be sold at some point, but this is definitive proof. Everybody was getting soft on Zaslav because of all their theatrical success, Warner Brothers theatrical success, which can be attributed to not him, but the two people, and I can't remember their names right now. I wish I could because they deserve the credit.
Pam something and Mike something like that. Pam and Mike. I know they keep being referred to as Pam and Mike.
I thought you were...
like they're Nick and Jessica.
I thought you were going to pull out your phone. Instead, you were pulling out...
a tissue.
Yeah.
And listen, we are YouTubers. Hey, guys. And I just had to wipe my nose directly on YouTube.
Get me sick, I swear.
Where you have to go. Let's be honest.
I have so many places.
Yeah.
So
you'll be fine.
I think let's love Zaslav now. Let's get off Zaslav. Like we said, he's selling this because he's just a dumb businessman like all of them. He's just a guy who doesn't give a crap about movies. Right. He doesn't give a crap about anything. It's all about dollar bills.
Yeah.
And listen, movie makers back in the day also cared about dollar bills, but they knew they could have gotten into real estate if they just wanted to do real estate. They wanted to have something to do with the movies.
Right.
He does not care. He just wants, it's just another thing. And so...
do you think wherever Zaslav ends up, Dr. Pimple Popper winds up with him? That he's gonna yank him out of the bad half of Warner Brothers Discovery, that has True TV, Court TV, Impractical Jokers, TBS, all those dead brands. Do you think that Zaslav...
no, he doesn't have any loyalty. Because
not
at that point...
Dr. Pimple Popper.
Because at that point, what does Pimple Popper do for him if,
pop his pimples. Just have a guy who just pops your pimples for you.
I guess maybe. Maybe.
You have a butler, you have someone who tailors your suits, and you have this reality star who just pops your pimples all day.
Yeah, but I feel like he'd want a pimple popper that could sort of just disappear and no one would question it.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Okay.
Because I think Dr. Pimple Popper is famous, and if they went missing...
yeah.
There'd be, a true American crime horror story about it.
Yeah. So are there any other good scenarios for Warner Bros? I mean, is there just a standalone rich person, like the guy who bought the Mets a couple of years ago? Could there be someone who just says, I'm going to buy this and keep... but they're going to... it's what happened with Paramount, and that guy's going to be evil too.
Yeah, there's no rich people with any morality.
Could we crowd fund this like the Packers? You know how like in Green Bay,
it's owned by the
town?
Yeah.
Is there a town that could put some money together and say, we own Warner Brothers. We now own the Batman IP. We own Bugs Bunny. We own, I guess, the Harry Potter movie rights. Is there a town? Could Green Bay step up and buy Warner?
Well, they already own they
own the Packers.
That's true. So could they leverage the Packers?
Right. Okay, so this is the move. So, I mean, I'm going to say this, and we do this so rarely, but this is when we need to do it. Direct to camera, Green Bay, Wisconsin. You have to step up, and I don't know how these deals are done, but sell the Packers or leverage the Packers, lease them to a bank so you get that cash and buy Warner Brothers Discovery and save Bugs Bunny, save Batman. They are really the only hope because the town of Green Bay, collectively, they are worth billions from the Packers. So they could leverage that money and buy Warner Brothers.
I mean, that feels to me like it would be a miracle. Where, listen.
It's a Hail Mary. And
miracles do happen.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Packers. We've seen that.
Yeah.
But the only other option would be the people who work at Warner Brothers.
Okay.
Especially at the lot.
Okay.
If they got together and they made it so that all these potential buyers thought that it's haunted.
Okay.
So you pull some of those tricks. I mean, listen,
so when Ted Sarandos shows up on the Warner Brothers lot and he's getting ready to sign that check and he's like, I'll just do a walkthrough.
Make sure the pipes are, there's no leaks anywhere.
Take a piss in the men's room.
Yeah.
Just one last walkthrough. Check the outlets, like when you buy a house or something, he's walking around with a toaster. I'm just going to plug this toaster.
Make sure they all work.
Make sure all the outlets work before Netflix buys Warner Brothers. So he's walking through the lot, and then you think.
They use all their collective creativity.
Yes.
To, have apparitions show up.
Yes.
To have walls bleed. To have.
Get Tim Burton in there. Tim Burton, famous Warner Brothers director, directed Beetlejuice for them and Pee-wee and the Batman movies. Bring him in.
Yeah.
To just get some ghosts running around haunting Ted Sarandos when he walks through the lot.
Listen, if Hollywood can fake the moon landing.
Yes, which they did.
They can fake a haunting.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It'd be
I love this.
historic to save Warner Bros. And then here's the thing. Okay. Ted Sarandos isn't necessary. Maybe not Ted Sarandos, but somebody.
No, Ted, because we want Netflix out of there. So you haunt Ted Sarandos.
But what I'm saying is even if Ted Sarandos figures it out,
okay,
and is like, right? Oh, it really isn't a haunting. What it would do is he would say, but if everybody cares so much to do this, to create this fake haunting, maybe.
No, you have to make him think it's haunted, and you've got to scare him off.
Maybe
he's not going to think like that. He's not going to think like that. You gotta stick with it. Scare the shit out of this guy so he runs off the lot. Do the same thing when David Ellison shows up from Paramount. Scare him off the lot. The Saudis, you're going to have to work really hard to scare these Saudi princes because they've seen a lot.
They're going to be like, oh, these walls bleed?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's great.
That's great.
Yeah, ours bleed. And they just bleed without us even have to do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to save us so much time.
This is great.
So, no, you've got to figure it out, scare all of them off. And then when Steve Cook shows up from Apple, everyone.
It's Tim Cook. You always say it was Steve Jobs.
Okay.
Steve had a job in Tim Cook's. Remember that.
Okay. That I'll say that every day.
Tim
when
would
I
cook
wake up.
while Steve would go to his job.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say that every day.
Yeah.
So when Steve Cook shows up, you lay out a great spread for him, and you get him to buy it.
Okay.
Or Bezos. And listen, Bezos shows up, and you have the big.
You got to scare him a little.
No, you have the big poster on the side of the lot where it's his face under the Batman cowl.
Under the cowl.
Yeah. That's the move.
Okay.
That's the move. Or Green Bay steps up, sells the Packers, buys Warner Brothers, saves it.
Yeah.
So we will be following that, but Netflix would be the absolute disaster. That would be not the end of theatrical.
No, the only place you would be able to see the follow-up to Weapons would be at the Paris Theater.
Oh, my God.
And it would be playing for like
4 days.
4 days.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a disaster. And I guess Universal is a possibility, which would also be a disaster because...
You don't want these, yeah.
Because it would be the same thing. It would just become 2 giant studios who are now 1 studio.
Yeah.
So let's get into the 2 new movies opening this weekend. Let's start off with the one that I think we both think is going to be maybe a disaster. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere is coming out this Friday. It's finally here. I feel like we've been talking about this movie for a year.
Yeah.
And it's here. Jeremy Allen White as Bruce Springsteen. The tracking on Box Office Pro is 15 to 20 million.
That's crazy. What did the Dylan movie open to? Because the Dylan
movie opened in limited release, I think, the first weekend. But
they platformed it.
Yeah, they platformed it. This has no chance of doing 15 million. I don't think. I would be shocked. I would be shocked.
I would.
Was it Guided by the Light? Is that the name of the?
But that's completely different because that is not a movie that it had his music in it, but it wasn't about his life. It wasn't a music biopic, which are the things that usually make the most money. I am checking on.
Is that though the kid was a Bruce Springsteen impersonator? Is that what that movie was about?
No, it was a young boy who was an immigrant who moved to England.
Okay.
I believe, and was a big fan of The Boss.
Okay.
Yeah, and it used his music, and I think he was in it for like 2 seconds. That cannot be looked at as any indication as to how poorly this movie is going to do.
Okay.
The reason this movie is going to do poorly is because it is done by a filmmaker who has no sense of humor and no sense of fun.
Yeah.
The trailers have been terrible.
Yeah.
And overwrought that have focused on the manager of Bruce Springsteen
and the hole in the floor.
Talking about how terrible Bruce's life was and looks like still is, and this hole in the floor.
And I'm hearing, and this could be conjecture, but I am hearing that the hole in the floor is not actually in the movie.
You don't even see the hole.
That you don't
There's
see the
no
hole
in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can't promise hole and not show hole.
You have
people know this. I mean, this is a known thing.
Yeah, I do think this is going to affect the cinema score this weekend, because if people go this weekend expecting to see Hole and then Deliver Me From Nowhere delivers no Hole, I think we're looking at a C or D cinema score, which would be complete death.
Yeah, because why even mention it in the trailer?
Right.
If you're not going to show it.
Right. If you have not shot Hole,
yeah,
then don't talk about Hole in the trailer.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
That's a great way to make me not see a movie and for me to cancel my subscription. If you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, do we want to announce, because we teased it on the last episode, how we are seeing this movie? Because we are seeing this movie this weekend.
We are.
I mean, let's tell them, directed to camera. We are going to Jersey.
Yep.
Clayton,
Ground Zero,
and Pat, the BO boys, have booked tickets for this Saturday night to see a screening of Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere in Jersey City.
Mm-hmm.
It is
I
happening.
wish you wouldn't have said exactly where we're going to be.
Just come on down, say hi,
don't
party
come on
with
down.
us.
Don't come on
party
down.
with us down at the shore.
Don't come
We're
on.
going to go to Jersey City, and then we're all going to go to the shore.
Mm-mm.
It's Jersey.
Yeah.
People got to come and party in Jersey.
Don't come.
That's what it's about. Don't show up.
Don't come down. No.
See, I love meeting the fans. I love meeting the
don't
wannabe-o boys, wannabe-o girls, wannabe-o people.
People.
Especially the ones who live in Jersey or who live close enough to have access to Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to go see it in Jersey.
It's so close. Like, we didn't have, I mean, we saw the Dylan movie actually in Connecticut, right? We didn't even see it in New York City.
No, we
should have
see
seen it in New York City, but we live in New York City, so it's fine.
Yeah. It was a holiday. We were out there.
We were not able to see the Elvis movie in Memphis.
No.
Right? We are getting the ability.
Where would we see when the Michael Jackson movie comes out? Where do we see that?
They are from.
Do we see it on the Are they showing it on the Neverland Ranch?
That's a
Could when that Michael Jackson Part 1 comes out, could we attend a screening at the Neverland Ranch? Could we watch it on the roller coaster? Which I assume all of it's still operational, right?
Yeah.
The estate is still paying for the upkeep of Neverland.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
They definitely want to preserve that space and all the evidence that's on there.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the estate wants to make sure that everything's still there.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll definitely do our best to see that movie, both parts, at the Neverland Ranch.
Yeah.
But this is an opportunity to see a artist in the place that birthed them.
Yes.
And it's so close.
So close.
That we can't... Gary, Indiana would be the other place. That's where the Jackson family are from. So we could go to Gary, Indiana.
Okay. Listen, that movie is going to be $1 billion baby. So I think that movie deserves us seeing it at a special location. This movie does not, but it's close enough that we're just like,
it's just
why
a
not?
Train trip.
What are you anticipating for the crowd at the screening we're going to? Do you think that it is going to be a bunch of Bruce impersonators, white T-shirts, cosplaying, the jeans on, shaking their hips, like Bruce does?
I hope so. I mean, I hope that they dress in some... I mean, I think the thing about Bruce that makes it so easy to cosplay is that we all have what he wears in our wardrobe.
We all have jeans and a T-shirt.
Jeans, a T-shirt, maybe like a flannel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how he dresses. So, like, he's a very easy cosplayer.
Yeah.
I think we'll see a lot of that.
Yeah, I am excited. I hope that. Do you think that anyone at the screening we go to will reenact the Dancing in the Dark video? Do you think there'll be a Bruce Springsteen cosplayer get up, start dancing in front of the screen, and then you have a Courtney Cox lookalike come out?
No, because they're not going to play that song. They're going to play.
I'm saying
Highway
beforehand.
Patrolman.
I'm saying the half hour before.
They're going to play
when
Johnny
people are
99.
ignoring like Nuvi ads. And everyone in the crowd is just singing.
No, because it doesn't. This movie does not seem like a time for celebration.
Yeah.
It seems like a funeral.
Yeah.
It seems like, let's go mourn the passing of Bruce. Wait, he's still alive.
Yeah.
I mean, I texted you this. This movie makes it seem like Bruce Springsteen passed away in 1982.
Right.
Out of sadness.
Is Bruce doing promotion for this? Is he at least going around and saying, hey guys, first of all, I'm alive, despite what this trailer makes it seem I didn't die 40 years ago. I'm alive, and I encourage you to check out Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere.
I have not seen... Listen, he hasn't done Lad Bible.
Yeah.
He's not in the way... I guess Jeremy Allen White would be doing all of this. I guess Jeremy Allen White... would be doing Lad Bible.
Well, ideally, the studio would have Bruce and Jeremy Allen White, eating different potato chips from the UK.
Yeah, dude, Jersey Foods and wherever Jeremy Allen White is from. Is he English? He seems like a guy who might be English.
Is he English?
No, maybe not. Maybe. I don't know.
You wouldn't be shocked if you finally heard him speak and he's got an Australian accent. He is one of those guys that it wouldn't surprise you if he's a New Zealander or Australian.
It's like people are gonna be like, "You're stupid." Of course he's not, but most of them are.
Yeah, most actors are from New Zealand. So, yeah, that would be the best case scenario for the promotion. I haven't seen the two of them paired up doing the big internet shows. Bruce's do a Wired segment and you're doing Bruce Springsteen
He's from
search
Brooklyn,
history.
Pat.
Jeremy Allen White is from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Carroll Gardens.
Is he really?
Rich
okay.
Kid.
Look at that. So yeah, he's not from the old neighborhood.
No, he's not from Gravesend.
So is there anything that people are excited about heading into this weekend besides just like the Bruce Springsteen Q score. Like, he does have a high recognition factor. But other than that, is there anything that this movie has going for it?
I just don't think so. I mean, and I hate to sound like a hater because I love Bruce Springsteen. I love this album.
Yeah.
But for the general public, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Yeah.
The biggest thing, and I said this before on this podcast, is the biggest thing to come from this is that the Electric Nebraska album exists and it's being released. And it's being released on Friday. And I think more people are going to rush to a record store to buy that than to see this movie.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see the comps on the ticket sales versus the vinyl sales that are happening this weekend.
And this movie, like, you're going to find, and we know this because we say this, the reason the Dylan movie did so well is because there's a genuine star in it.
Yes, Timmy is a star.
Right?
Yeah.
Jeremy Allen White is not.
No. If anything, again,
he's a detriment.
I think he could be a detriment because people hate those last couple of seasons of The Bear. If this movie came out 2 years ago, coming off of the first 2 seasons, which is like, if you look at the wrestling movie he was in, The Iron Claw, that came out at a much better time for his popularity.
Mm-hmm.
And that movie for an A24 film did really well. You know, I think we're catching Jeremy Allen White at a point when people are sick of his face.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy Strong he's at a spot where people are always sick of his face, and that's okay. That's his thing.
You're supposed to be.
You're supposed to be. He always plays that guy that you're sick of this guy's face. So I actually don't think, I know you're not a fan of him.
I have a strong reaction against him, but I will say that is not, I don't think that is what the general population, how they feel.
Yeah. And I feel like you're going to, it's sort of like Kevin Spacey at a point was in that before anything, was always a guy you're like, oh, this guy. But then people are like, it wasn't a detriment to people wanting to see him in a movie.
I honestly don't. I mean,
maybe not. Maybe
I don't think anybody was upset to see Kevin Spacey until Things.
Yeah. Okay, but Jeremy Strong just has that where you're sick of him, but that's just always how it's going to be, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's more Jeremy Allen White as the star. Well, it's just not at a high point in his career.
Listen. The Bear cast are having a very hard time at the movies.
Yeah.
Io is in
After the Hunt is
DOA.
Yeah.
Opus was a disaster.
Yeah.
Marnie's husband, Desi, in that terrible Fantastic Four movie, which I think people are now being honest with themselves about.
Yes.
Where they really were hoping it was going to be spectacular, and I think people are coming around to like another piece of MCU trash.
Yeah.
And unfortunately he's in that.
Yeah.
He'll land on his feet because listen.
Good actor, Marty's husband.
And you don't think of him as I don't think of him as a guy from The Bear. I think of him as Desi, Marnie's husband.
Yeah. Yeah, which is
the best place to be right now.
And that IP, the IP of Desi Marty's husband, is one of the things that is up for sale with Warner Brothers. Mm-hmm. So if you are a Saudi prince and you spend enough oil money, that's who's going to own that IP of Girls, of Marnie, of Desi Marty's husband.
Because look at that.
And they can do whatever they want with it.
Look at how big that Conjuring movie was.
Yep.
And I'm saying there's millions of dollars of people who had rewatched Girls and been like, oh, that's the guy that she had sex with when she threw the trash away in his trash can.
Oh, Patrick Wilson. Yeah. Well, I mean, do we want to jump to Marnie herself?
There we go. And now
Marnie is on the big screen this weekend.
Who thought that this would be a Girls versus the Bear sort of situation.
Again,
but,
we are not the Streamo boys. We're not the basic cable boys, huh? But it's just that type of weekend.
Well, Girls is not TV.
No, it's HBO.
It's HBO.
Yeah. So Allison Williams, Marnie herself, is the lead in, what is it called? Regretting You.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new Colleen Hoover adaptation. And we've mentioned this a couple of times over the last year. And we both think this is going to be big.
Yes.
The question is how big, and is it going to be It Ends With Us big? Because that was the first Colleen Hoover adaptation. Huge hit. People forget that it was such a huge hit because of everything that happened afterwards with the stars. But that was a giant hit movie. Is there any chance that Regretting You could be as big as that?
Well, you have to remember Blake Lively is a bigger star. In certain projects, the reason why that movie got made was mostly because of her.
Right.
Right. So you cannot underestimate going into that movie what she meant for it. Now,
do you want to underestimate Marnie, Allison Williams?
Well, can I talk about Blake Lively quickly?
Sure.
This movie, okay. Do you remember how much it opened to?
43?
No, 50.
50. It got to 50. It Ends With Us got open to 50.
Yeah.
Wow.
It opened to 50.
And that was in summer, right? Was that early August it came out?
It was in August, and it only was kept out of number one because of Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Famously, the husband and wife against each other. Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes, of course.
Not a collab.
Because
they love leaving money on the table, I guess.
Yeah.
To not have that X.
Should have had that X, of course.
So this is not going to open to 50.
It's not going to open to 50.
Yeah, and we love Marnie, but she's coming off of Megan 2.0, right? So people knew that she was in that, and it kept people away.
She
didn't keep
fully
people away,
escaped any blame for that movie.
Yes.
I mean, all the blame fell on Megan and Jason Blum.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason Blum, when he went on his Mea Culpa tour.
On that actor's podcast.
He went on an actor's podcast, and he threw Megan under the bus. He said, I thought we could do anything with Megan. We could make her into a superhero.
Turns out she's a loser, and we hate her, and she was horrible to work with. Yeah.
So he threw her under the bus. Allison Williams, I think, fully escaped any blame for that, as she should.
Yeah.
But I do think people like seeing her on the big screen. And we've said this before, she keeps herself special.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't do 5 movies a year. And she doesn't do a lot of streamo crap. She just does whatever it is she does, a rich person, and then every couple of years makes a movie.
Yeah.
So I do think she is a draw in this space, in this rom-com, drama adaptation space. I think she's the perfect person to be the lead of a movie like this.
And I think Colleen Hoover is so popular.
Yeah.
More popular than I think people even are estimating after that hit.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people who still think that that's just all Blake Lively. I think Colleen Hoover, the people who need to know that this movie is coming out, know. Because they're waiting for all the adaptations.
Yeah.
It is like a Sparks situation.
Okay.
Like a Nicholas Sparks situation.
Okay.
But is this because The Notebook was the biggest one.
Right.
Because it also had, I think, 2 of the better, and they weren't stars at the time, but 2 of the better actors working.
Rachel McAdams and Gosling. Yeah.
So they had that lightning in a bottle.
Right.
This movie, the star power is way dimmer.
Yes.
So we'll see how much Colleen has as a name.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going long. I mean, I think this could open to 30. Because
I think it's going to open to 30.
Right, just because I think they're underestimating that there's really been nothing in this vein since the Materialists.
Yeah.
And I don't think that gave people the sort of feels they wanted to feel.
Yeah.
And this will.
This will. And they're just, and it's always been the case, but you can look at the calendar now, there just hasn't been enough stuff for women.
Yeah.
And when there is, in a big way, it opens.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift, a couple of weeks ago, that opened, you know?
Speaking of somebody who does not keep themselves special and maybe should go away for a little bit.
Sure, but there's not enough stuff at the theater that is aimed at women. This is. I think this is going to be an event. This is going to be let's get the gals together, get a big group, take selfies, throw popcorn at each other, whatever it is, whatever.
It's going to be Galloween.
It's going to be Galloween. Yeah.
Early. Galloween came early this year.
Yeah. I think this is going to be, it's not going to do 50. It ends with us opened in the summer. That was the first one. Blake Lively, I guess, is more famous than Allison Williams.
She is.
She is. But this is going to, I think, shock a lot of people with just how big it gets.
Yeah.
And I think as the weekend goes on, they're not the same audience, but the Springsteen movie is going to feel like such a complete second fiddle to this movie that
people will be shocked how much Regretting You makes and shocked how little Springsteen makes.
Yes.
Because again, the amount of people who know who you are is important, but they still have to want to see the movie based on you.
Right.
So a lot of people know who Bruce is, but do a lot of people want to see his life or this segment of his life, which is
I think any segment of his life.
No, that's not true. I think if this was called Born in the USA and it was about that time, more people would go see it.
Sure. I'll give you that, but I think no one cares.
Or if it was called The Rising and it covered the time he saved New York City after 9/11.
Okay. Mike Piazza saved New York City after 9/11 when he hit that home run, and everyone knows that, and that should be the movie. It should be that home run, the press conference Piazza gave, and then his year owning the soccer team in Italy. That was a disaster. That's a movie. That's a movie right there.
Wow.
So, is there anything else on this Regretting You that could help it? It's Allison Williams. It's you mentioned Nicholas Sparks. Wait, is he Fault in Our Stars or no?
Sparks is not. But the director of this movie did Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah, which made $124 million domestic. Wow.
That was a huge surprise.
And then McKenna Grace is in this movie.
Who is somebody who is known.
Yeah. And it's a great story. It's about a woman who discovers that her husband was having an affair with her sister. How does she find out? Because they die in a car crash together.
Yeah.
I'm in. That sounds great.
I mean, are you going to see this movie with your wife?
We actually might see this movie together. Yeah. We saw It Ends With Us in theaters. I loved it. She did not. And this is an event.
Yeah.
I want to see an event. Married people want to, if we're going to leave our house, if we're going to peel ourselves away from watching the Scorsese documentary on Apple TV Plus, we need an event.
Mm-hmm.
And this feels like an event. The Springsteen movie feels like a joke. And it feels like the type of thing that when you see people, and listen, we're seeing it this weekend.
We're seeing it as a stunt.
We're seeing it as a
stunt.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a stunt.
Yes.
We're admitting that's a stunt.
Yeah. Us seeing the Springsteen movie in Jersey, everyone knows it's a stunt.
And for anybody who is newer to the podcast and who started listening because we are predominantly a Jetsons podcast, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
All the Jetsons talk, which we'll put at the end.
Yeah, because huge bump on that first episode when we talked about Jetsons casting news.
Yeah.
And it's because it was Jetsons casting news.
We're pro stunt and we're pro scam.
Yes.
I think that was a big misconception that came out of the past few episodes, is that for some reason people are looking at scam or scammer as a derogatory term. It's that's how you make money in America.
Yeah.
Everything's a scam.
I mean, let's get to that really quick. On our last episode, we talked about Angel Studios. What was the movie they did? I even forget what the Treason and Trials, whatever that movie was that they put out. And we talked about what is the latest scam, ticket buying scam that they put out. You know, Sound of Freedom, every ticket sold was saving a kid from child trafficking.
Yeah.
What is the scam on their latest movie? We talked about that. And then in the YouTube comments, we had a few people who who had become subscribers because of the previous episode where we covered the Jetsons. They didn't really know us and our thing. And they started commenting, did these guys just call Angel Studios a bunch of scammers?
Yeah.
And a whole list of comments where people were shocked that we called them scammers. And yeah, it wasn't derogatory.
No, it's affectionate. I think more studios need to run scams.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, whoever buys Warner Brothers Discovery, we need them to put Warner Brothers movies in theaters. That's the main thing. Second thing, figure out some Angel Studio style scams to sell more tickets.
Absolutely.
It's not derogatory, it's just advice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so is there anything else with this movie? It is going to be an event. The Springsteen movie is going to be a disaster. We are seeing it as a stunt.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I was going to say, I will probably see Regretting You.
Okay.
By myself.
Wow.
That's where I'm at right now.
Wow. Okay. And
I'm saying that because there's no shame in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
you are who you are forever. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to destigmatize that.
Being alone and going to see Colleen Hoover adaptations alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for this
you don't
movie,
have to have a bunch of gals together.
Yeah, you could just be a guy in a hat.
You could just be a guy in a hat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, for this movie to hit,
I think I saw that one. I saw the last one by myself as well.
You saw It Ends With You by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you hit 50 million. Because to get to that height, to get to 50 million, it can't just be groups of gals. You also have to have some single guys in hats and sunglasses, trench coat, just sitting in the back of the room.
And when you say single guys in sunglasses, what did you say? Single guys in trench coats? And,
hat, sunglasses.
Hat, sunglasses. But we're not talking about Jonathan Silverman, who thinks people are going to recognize him from the NBC must-see TV hit.
Yeah.
Single guy.
It was, I mean, that show had 25 million viewers.
So he could still have fans who he just doesn't want to be recognized, doesn't want to deal with it.
Right.
It's not that he's a jerk or anything.
No,
it's
a good guy.
His private life.
Yeah.
He wants to go see a movie, a gosh darn movie by himself. So, of course, he's going to dress in the nines.
Right.
With the ball cap and the sunglasses and the coat, which might, some people would say, make him even more of the center of attention. But that's not his intent.
No.
His intent is to peacefully watch a movie without being bothered by the maybe one or two people who remember that show.
Yeah. Who may just happen to be at that screening. And that's why you're going to dress the way you're going to dress. To just be inconspicuous in the back of the room watching Regretting You by yourself. And you just don't want to be noticed.
Conspicuous.
Yeah, you don't want to be conspicuous. But you will be conspicuous at our big stunt screening of Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere in Jersey this Saturday.
No.
You will be on display.
I will not be on display.
Shaking hands, kissing babies.
No.
Doing little Springsteen type dances because you just love him so much.
Yeah, he's known for his dancing.
You love him so much.
Yeah, Springsteen, the guy known for his dancing.
Dance.
Known for his dance.
Do you think that there's going to be a before this screening that we see a Springsteen dance contest where a bunch of people get up there and one by one
it's not a Cyclones game.
They'll do his little dance, do the little Springsteen dance.
No, I don't think so.
And it coming up next, and then it's some like old man, like 80-year-old guy, but he's got a white T-shirt on, and he does the little Springsteen.
And all the women
dance.
are going woo.
Yeah,
I mean that would be fun. Okay, you sold me.
Yeah.
I hope that happens.
And then there's like an 11-year-old kid. He comes up and he does his little Springsteen dance, and everyone's like, "Oh wow, how does he even know Springsteen?" And it's like, well, his dad force him to watch the videos.
Yeah.
He doesn't really want to be here.
Well, then I assume also, since we'll be in Jersey, that there'll be like a moment of silence for Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
Because before anything, there's a moment of silence for Frank.
Yeah, just show the original Ocean's 11 instead of this stupid movie. So
at least I probably had a sense of humor.
I am excited for not seeing this movie because the movie will be a slog, but the stunt nature of what we're doing, seeing it in Jersey, is going to be a cool experience. And last thing on the Springsteen movie, right now the Rotten Tomatoes score, and we're not critics, critics aren't everything, but it's at 68%.
That's terrible. You know what that is? That is people saying, I do like him, and the movie's not terrible. It's probably just boring.
Yeah.
So awards are out the window for this movie. When it comes to actors.
I think so.
Maybe it gets some below the line thing somehow, but yeah, you're not going to see Jeremy Allen White at the Oscars. You're not going to see Jeremy Strong at the Oscars wearing like a beanie or whatever the hell he's going to wear.
Yeah.
Like a bucket hat.
Yeah.
Like a velvet bucket hat.
Yeah.
At the Oscars.
Or he might have like by the time the Oscars roll around, he has like a mohawk for his next movie.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So you're not going to see Marin at the Oscars.
Oh, Marin is in this.
Marin's in it.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Now I'm excited because he might be at that screening.
Yeah. Hot off that just world-shattering Obama interview episode to end it all.
It's
just to end.
So Jon Stewart turned him down, right? Let's be honest. That is how that went down.
Yeah.
Jon Stewart said no.
F. He said get F.
Yeah. That's cool. And then so he's like, all right, I guess I'll call Obama.
Yeah.
So let's get into the predictions.
Chainsaw Man, you're just gonna
Chainsaw Man
go right past Chainsaw Man.
I mean, here's the thing.
A trailer we saw two versions of before
back to back.
We saw. What was the IMAX movie we saw that was right up close to the?
One
battle after another.
Yes, we saw Chainsaw. Listen, I saw that trailer. I was really into the Chainsaw Man trailer. I probably will not see this in theaters, but the trailer looked really cool. I'm not an anime guy, but the guy's got like chainsaws for feet. I forget exactly what was happening, but he had chainsaw body parts. It looked pretty cool. How wide of a release is this? Is this something
it says it's wide?
Okay, so is this something that could do double digits then? Is Chainsaw Man a big property, or have people been waiting for a Chainsaw Man movie all these years?
I think so, and I want to say now I'm looking this up because I feel like this. The theme, okay, like the theme for Chainsaw Man is like a big hit.
Okay.
It hit number 3 on the U.S. World Digital Song Sales.
Wow.
And I'm not sure when.
Wow. So is Chainsaw Man bigger than Springsteen?
Well,
as a recording artist?
Here's the question. I mean, so this is a platinum song. So
wow,
the Chainsaw Man theme is a platinum song in America.
Wow,
it went 3 times platinum in Japan.
Is Chainsaw Man going to be the musical guest on SNL this season? Could Chainsaw Man be a hosted musical?
I hope so.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I mean, you had to have, of course, Sabrina Carpenter on last episode, one of the most important people has ever
in the history of
SNL.
Open the 50th.
Yeah, open the 50th, and had to. No other way you could have went there.
Yeah, because it's the two totems, the totemic musical artists in SNL history: Paul Simon
and Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah.
I mean, we'll do our estimates and what we think is going to happen.
Okay, let's get into it.
Chainsaw Man has the heat on the charts right now.
Wow.
Springsteen don't.
Yeah, let's get into it. I'm excited, and Clayton, I'm down to just jump right into this and to go first.
Do it. You creep.
So number 1 at the box office will be Allison Williams, Marnie herself, back where she should be, on top. Marnie should always be on top. And Regretting You will be number 1 at $35 million. I think this movie is going to be huge. Number 2 is going to be Black Phone 2. Is gonna, people don't love this movie, but it's spooky season and there ain't nothing else out there that's spooky. So I think that's going to be number 2 at like $12 million. Number 3 is going to be Chainsaw Man.
Love it.
At $10 million. Number 4 is going to be Bruce Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere will be 4 by default. I think this is going to do a Charlie's Angels $8 million.
It's going to fly with the Angels.
Yeah, this is going to fly with the Angels. I think it does 7 or 8 million. And then number 5 by default, I guess, would be Tron Ares. I think number 5 is going to be One Battle After Another. I think
that's wishful thinking.
Probably. I guess it has to be Tron Ares just because of theater count. But who knows? That could really fall off a cliff. The main thing is Good Fortune will possibly slide to the bottom of the top 10. I wouldn't be surprised if Good Fortune is making Gabby's Dollhouse money this weekend. But
yes,
that's my top 5. I think Bruce opens at 4.
At number 4. Not at 4 million.
No, at number 4.
Number 1, Slam Doink, is going to be the Regretting Us, and I'm seeing 33.
Wow.
The year past 33. I just feel it. $33 million.
Wow.
Listen, if it goes higher, if this opens to 40, I'd be so psyched. But the other thing is, if it opens to 25, that's great.
Yeah.
But I think the gals are coming out. And the guys with hats. Don't forget us.
Yep.
Don't forget us.
You got to have the creeps in the back.
Yes. Number 2, I think, is going to be Black Phone. I totally agree.
Yep.
I do think this will drop over 50, but it is spooky season. It's ghost season. It's ghosting season. I think that people are going to see this movie.
Yeah.
Number 3, I agree. Chainsaw Man is what people want to see.
Wow.
People want to see Chainsaw Man.
Wow.
So I see Chainsaw Man at like 9.
Yeah.
And then under that, I think unlucky number 11, Bruce, comes in at 7 $11 million.
Oh, getting beat by Chainsaw Man.
Listen, he's hot on the charts.
We all
Bruce,
knew
put out something as good as the Chainsaw Man theme. We know you can do it. You've done it before. You've done songs better than it.
Okay, sure.
You have. He has. Come on.
Sure. I haven't heard every Bruce song. Sure. One of them is better than the Chainsaw Man theme.
56 channels?
Sure.
And nothing on?
Sure.
Come on. Classic. Sure. Classic shit. And then, Tron Ares.
By default.
It's just on so many screens.
Yeah. Though that'll probably be a huge drop in screens this weekend. Tron Ares.
Oh, I think so.
Because it's a 2-weekend commitment. I guess with Disney, they probably get a lot of 3-weekend commitments on screen count. Yeah. This is going to be very, very exciting to see these results. And we won't say the name yet because, things could happen, scheduling things. People are very busy. But as of now, we have a very special guest for Startober for the results episode of this weekend. So hopefully it stays as scheduled and that guest is able to come in because this is a Bruce Springsteen. If you're going to talk about Bruce Springsteen and mourn Bruce Springsteen, this is the person. So that's all.
And I have to, it's 57 channels. I misspoke.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 41 shots.
57 channels.
57 channels.
And Dancing in the Dark.
And 10th Avenue frees out.
There you go. The big numbers of Bruce.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gonna be a huge results episode, and excited for that. And Jersey City, Saturday night, the stunt. We're seeing Bruce in Jersey.
Our biggest stunt ever.
Yeah, this is our biggest stunt ever.
This is like Mr. Beast level.
Yes. Well, we also are going to trap everyone in the theater, and they have to
live there for 100 days, and if they do, they get.
Well, we're not giving them anything. They'll get to leave, though.
They'll get to leave. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
They'll get to leave.
Yeah. Be part of the stunt.
And they'll be able to eat our candy bars.
They're so bad.
They're so bad.
And they're so bad for you.
Yeah.
It's death. It's death in a wrapper.
Like the label was misprinted, and I was like, oh, this is terrible. And then I bit into it, and I was like, oh my God, this is like so much worse than a misprinted label.
Yeah, this is bad. So, so we got our stunt Saturday night and big results episode on Sunday, hopefully with our planned special guest. And email us, theboboyspodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on social media at theboboyspod, on TikTok, on Instagram. Subscribe to the Substack. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are YouTubers. Hey guys. And the YouTube channel has been going nuts the last week or so. It is just huge things happening over there. So if you haven't subscribed, join the party, pal. Be part of it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. 5 stars on Apple Podcasts.
Pal or gal.
Pal, gal, whatever. Join the party. Person. And that's it. That's all I got for you.
Pat, I finished.
Great.
And you said it all.
Perfect.
There's nothing left to be said.
All right, so I can finally leave.
Except for, until next time, we'll smell you at the box office. Nailed it.
Hey, guys.